We're about to have a conversation about something that I was told about. I did not see it, but I was sent the transcript and then I uploaded it into my own personal chat GPT. And so I have an overview of what was alleged about me and about my platform. And because it's not true, I want to come up here live to all of those that follow me. I know many of you probably haven't seen it, but I don't know if you have or not, so I am making the decision to come up here and tell the truth about this platform, my character, and what I have participated in, what I have not participated in. Go ahead and tell everybody that you know that Larry Reid Live is on to directly address, and I'm probably going to show a few necessary receipts so that you know I'm not just saying what I'm saying, but this is something that I'm already prepared. If there is litigation that goes on, civil litigation inside of a federal court, if that happens, then you will know I'm already prepared to answer what I'm hearing from this transcript, what I would be alleged of participating in or doing, which just is not true. I also want to say this because of who the person is that is alleging these things. I want to say to each and every one of you that came into the knowledge of who they were through this platform and my endorsement, advertisement, and singing their praises, I want to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you have to see this, experience this. Should have never been, but it is. So I want to say I'm sorry. Hold to everything that you heard that worked for you. Hold to everything that was true. And hold it in that space, that same space that you hold it, all of the great things that you have learned. Hold it there and do not discount it because of the humanity that you see between me and them in this situation. I hope that that does not discount anything that you've heard, that you've learned from this platform, from either of us. I want you to hear my heart when I say that I'm terribly sorry that you have to see this. However, pay close attention. And the spirit in you will be able to discern and listen. Do your own research. Compare. Look at facts. And draw your own conclusions if you still care enough to do that. For those of you that will see this live and you will have to see this ongoing thing that has now been happening soon to be a year, I want to say once again, I am so sorry that you have to experience this, that you have to see this. And what I can promise you is that I will do an even better job at vetting those that come before you. But I'm not going to throw away people who I know who have talent and gifting and a great offer like this person that is alleging these things against me that I presented to you on this platform. I'm not going to throw people away because there's some things that just aren't okay. But I will do a better job at vetting and a better job at coming back and saying, okay, now this person that I presented to you, there's a problem. And so I'm saying that now, and I'm also saying, please forgive me and that I'm sorry. We're about to get started, and we're going to be looking at, and just hold your wig a little bit, in the interview and live show that he did last night, according to what my bot is telling me, because I uploaded the transcript, 44 allegations. That's right. 44 allegations against me. So we're going to address those, and I'm going to show you the receipts. Hit like and share, and we are about to get started.
Multimedia personality, comedic commentator, songwriter, recording artist, spiritual leader, author, and actor. Larry D. Reid is the founder of MBN Global, owner of LDR Enterprises based out of Atlanta, Georgia, and the spiritual leader of the Reformation Church of Atlanta. You can catch Larry Reid on the BET Plus original series Kingdom Business and on American Gangster Trap Queens, streaming online at BET.plus. Looking for a vibrant community where faith meets empowerment? Welcome to the LRL community on Patreon. Here, you'll gain access to our financial wellness plan to level up your money game and the Build Your Immune System Health and Wellness Lifestyle Plan to keep your health in check. But that's not all. With the groundbreaking AIR project, we're creating jobs in Africa, beginning in Ghana. Plus, you'll unlock insider tips from senior executives across industries. And the best part? Be a part of our daily prayers, weekly coaching sessions with Dr. Larry Reid himself, Sundays at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Breakdown Q&A Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern on Patreon, and so much more. It's time to connect, grow, and thrive. Get the apps, grab the merch, and join us on patreon.com/Larry Reid Live. Let's build something amazing together. The LRL community is waiting for you. Church Critic by Dr. Larry D. Reid, an examination of the Larry Reid Live Show perspective. Available now on Amazon and Kindle. Inside, he shares his unfiltered perspectives on the issues the church often avoids: the role of women, deconstruction, fatherlessness, homosexuality, decolonization, and the clash between Western and African Christianity, and so much more. Get your copy today on Amazon and Kindle.
We're about to have a conversation. All right, and we are back. We're about to get started. For those of you that are just coming in, please hit like and hit share and let everybody know that the Larry Live platform is on. This is the place where we have the conversation. Absolutely. Come to the kitchen table and we talk about what we've seen online, what's been discussed online in our culture, politics, and especially the church. We critique the church. I have a book called The Church Critic, and it's all about the elephants that are in the room, those things that we have not addressed, and those sacred cows that should be addressed as well. And we do that here on this platform. So if it's been talked about, we got to talk about it. And the Christian Post has grabbed hold of this particular fouling, and they did a write-up concerning it, and they actually did 2 write-ups, and I think altogether maybe 2 updates. And, you know, it is as it is, so it doesn't matter if I'm the news or not. If I feel like it needs to be addressed, then hell, I'm going to address it. And that's what I'm going to do right now. So what I need for you to do is to hit like and hit share so that everybody can participate in the chat and can listen from my mouth. Now, if you are a member of my community, a part of Reformation at any level, including Celestial Circle, you're very well aware and you know everything. And also, if you are a part of my YouTube's members only, you are very aware. But there are many of you that just watch me whenever you feel like it. And you may have ran across, because intentionally these lives have been connected for over 6 years, have been connected to my name and to my hashtag. See, I know you probably didn't pay that any attention, but when it comes to certain quadrants of YouTube, using my name is a cash cow. And it has been done strategically for so long. At one point, I actually lost my own algorithm. Isn't that something that I worked hard for? I lost it because of the literally hundreds of videos that were done, and I quit counting years ago. So I was notified about a live that was done. Now, for those of you that do not know, I just left a war zone. I was they're near the war zone. Dubai. I was in Dubai. Did not want to come back home. Don't want to be here during all. That's just what the truth is. Trump fucked up my plans with this acting out he doing with Iran. I don't know why you want to go in there and get beat a second time, but that's what he want to do. So not knowing exactly how that was going to go, and if that was going to mess up my movements and my plans, then I probably need to go home and recalibrate, reassess, and see what is going on. And so I was able to get back. I just received a notification. If you're my members only, I posted it there just about an hour ago, where the government was actually going to fly me to Greece from that area, and then I find my way home. But I felt like that was first of all, I didn't think they were going to do it. Number two is I felt like being that I had access and ability to move myself and those with me back home, I decided to go ahead and do that. And I'm glad I did it. In my neighborhood, right down from my house, there was actually some debris that fell down and caused one of the towers to catch fire. I saw them wired for that kind of going on, but everybody that was with me was not. And I just didn't want to have everybody, unnerved over and over with these booms, literally bombs or missiles busted up in the air, making this sonic sound that you can feel. And so I decided to go ahead and come back, and I can't wait for it to calm down so I can go right on back. Dubai loves me and I love Dubai. And I stopped in Ghana on the way back, which I love Ghana. Oh, that was just amazing. It was an Independence Day. Music was all around the celebration. Amazing. Many of you were praying and letting me know, I guess y'all was concerned, and I understand it. But I never was. I know, and I knew what I was dealing with and the possibility of traveling to that part of the world, knowing on the 23rd and the 26th there was already some conversation that was going on back and forward, some negotiation. But as you see, I am safe, and you're going to be safe too. And I wasn't any more in danger there than I am here. We're all in danger. If you know that intelligence has been gathered and stopped by the White House that's trying to let us know to look over our shoulder and be a little bit careful, not live in fear, but we are about to be retaliated against. And the Iranian leadership said, we are not safe, not even in our own home, on our own soil. So after the White House finishes looking over this intelligence from the FBI and Homeland Security and rewording it, that's the reason why they said they stopped it, and not the reason was just to keep the information away from us. Mm-hmm. As soon as they finish doing that, then some days later, maybe it's already happened because I've been disconnected today, that they're going to let us know that certain cities and certain spaces and places, but if you've been watching my post, I'm already ahead of them. I knew about the interception and I posted it. So if you want to stay up to date on what is happening with this Iranian war and just global view of things, that's sort of my niche. As now that I've transitioned into being a global leader and citizen and influencer, I'm able to get some information because I have favor with a few different governments. So I want you to follow on the Facebook page. Some of it makes it to my IG. Some of it makes it to my, what you call that? The post section on the YouTube. And TikTok. The community tab, yeah. But on Facebook, they're going to always get it first because that's really where I built the whole Larry Live brand before I brought it over here to YouTube. So thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your nice words and your concerns. And some of you that said, here's some money. I'm sending you a cash out so you can get somebody at the airport. And just kind stuff. Y'all know. Black people, some of the nicest people in the world, especially the black woman. So shout out to y'all, all of you that done that, and I'm home and I am safe. At some point along in this live, today's date is 3/9/26. So I'm going to be asking you to support this platform with $9.26. I don't want you to do it right now. It's a link. It's a link that we put in there for you to hit, or either you can Zelle it to support this platform. But in a little bit, I'm going to talk to you about that. Midway our conversation, I'm also going to show you advertisement. I done a guest appearance on Love and Faith Atlanta. If you have not seen the reunion show that I was the host of, you need to watch it. It was good over there on Merge TV YouTube page. You can go and watch it. That's the same people responsible for the Preachers of LA, the Preachers of Detroit, the Preachers of Atlanta. So you can do that. Also, one last thing before I get to these 44 allegations that were thrown at me last night. Another thing that you can do is just make a decision to come over into my Patreon, patreon.com/Larry Reid Live. Look, you hear me talk about the Taruma, you hear me talking about African spirituality and Christianity, numerology, astrology, all these different things. But what that mean? Well, when you go into my Patreon, under the collections tab, we have populated it with so much teaching. When you sign up, you can get it. And in Patreon, I'm in there 4 times a week for morning manifestation mornings. We are rebranding it now. It's no longer morning prayer, but it's been going on since June of 2011. Manifestation mornings, Tuesday through Friday. You'll soon see it roll out here on the platform. And that's at 8 a.m. And then every Sunday, I do group coaching, prophecy, and all of that. This past Sunday, I done it on the main platform, so you can actually watch it on the Larry Live platform here. And then Wednesdays is Q&A. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Then it's a Lester Circle with the School of Prophets and Mystics and the band development course. There's 12 weeks of group coaching. A lot that go on behind the scene. And none of it could have been possible without this platform, because this is our main lead, our funnel, our lure. Larry Reid Live. So thank you for watching. And as I said when I opened up the show, forgive me, I'm sorry that you have to experience my former mentor and myself in this wise. I know you were blessed. I heard from so many of you during the church in the pandemic, 20-something parts, and then so many things that we have done together in times past. And I attempted to peacefully go away quietly until I had to say something. Once that White House video dropped and he was there worshiping and y'all thought I was there and we won, I said, no, wait a minute. Let me tell you, months ago, we made a separation. So since then, it's just been, behind the scene, it's been absolutely horrible. And now it has bled over to online, and that began to happen May of 2025. Please pay attention to these dates. May of 25. Now, that went on all the way up until November. Then I ran into him December the 6th, I think it was, right here in Atlanta at Lenox Mall. You saw him come up behind me, watch the video, kiss me, and everything was all right. But I was trying to talk with him then. And I made a statement to his wife, apologized for the statement that I had made. I think this was in October, early October, because I was in Dubai. I think I made that statement on October the 18th. Remember these dates, check it, and verify it. I was on a platform, Thais Report. And it had been months now of my former mentor just defaming and slandering. But I ain't really care like that. I'm in during Dubai. I'm building business. I'm working. I'm not thinking about it. So it began to be irritating when it would come up. So me and Thais are talking about what he's saying about Matthew Stevenson. And I'm like, why is he telling all of their business? This is nobody's business. I didn't even know that it was going to turn upon me again, because by this time everything was focused on Matthew Stevenson. And Thais was like, wait, well, Reid, he said, I'm like, huh? And in that moment, it was like he was some other person that was irritating me that I did not know. And I called him all sorts of names and, was like, if I come out here and really talk, then Deborah going to be crying. That wasn't nice. So when I saw her, I apologized to her because by this time I had already spoke with the person that's been alleged that he had a certain kind of relationship with. I first spoke with him in March of 2025. And from the time we first talked, all the way up really into the last time I talked to him, I've recorded every phone conversation. And this is why. In my job, people like to try to sue me. Every single case of defamation I've been involved in, and if this is true that this is how this is going to go, this will be number 8. I have never, I want you to hear me good, I ain't never lost. My lawyer in one of the cases that I was referred to by Tasha K, and I didn't just turn my back when she was working, I stayed on her. And the one time I did is when she let the ball drop. But then I done what I done, and she said, all right, Mr. Reid, you right. And she fixed that, and then it got appealed and overthrown. So everything I have won, that was a technicality that were default, but then that got switched around, and now I can still talk about it if I want to, but I ended up meeting him and talking to him, so everything is fine. So I really understand defamation. If you are a lawyer, you watching me, God bless you. But if you are not a defamation lawyer and you don't have experience, you don't know as much as I do. I mean, you've been to darn school. I have been in these cases and won them, or not found liable is the proper term. So I understand this very, very well. And with that being said, it concerns me, bothers me. Now, y'all going to say I'm crazy, but I'm going to say it. That someone is taking advantage of my former mentor. Someone is taking advantage of his pain of loss of our relationship. It was a pain for both of us. I know he missed me just like I miss him, in the sense that there was a way we could communicate and talk that I know neither of us had that in our life outside of each other. And that's a loss. To this day, it's a loss. There's a certain conversations and really full range and depth and height that we could have that we did not have with other people or other minds. And as I said, when I first came live, when the White House video went out, and I know people take this and they will probably make it mean something it doesn't, but I am okay and I'm comfortable with saying I was in love with him. And I am not talking sexual. There's never been anything sexual between us at all. This is a deep soul connection, a tie that fed me and I know fed him. And that's a loss. But when seasons change, hell, they change. And when Spirit spoke to me when I was in Ghana, 2024, I listened to the Spirit. And from that day all the way to this day, I've been just as shocked as you when it comes to what I've heard from him, what he said. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding. I just found out something today. I was like, what? Are you for real? And I made sure they repeat it so I can record it. I said, what? You know, so it's like, okay, this is really, I mean, I've seen some things. I knew some things. I'm not going to act like I didn't. But I thought that was in that isolated situation with that isolated person, or that happened just over there. But now I see that this is a bit of a thing. Hold on. I'm live doing my show right now. I'll hit you back. All right, baby. Somebody from my text thing. All right. So let me look at the 44 allegations that were said against me last night. Everybody take a moment and hit like and hit share. Hit like and hit share. I'm looking at you in the chat. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Angel. Larry, you look so good. I'm glad you're back. Yes, I'm good. Yeah, I love Dubai. I love Dubai. Love, love, love. Okay. For those of you that's coming in the chat asking what happened, just sit and listen. Or you go back. If you don't know, then great. But nobody in the chat needs to start explaining and trying to catch people up and spreading stuff where it don't need to be spreaded. I just know this is my responsibility. And for the third or fourth time, I want to say I am terribly sorry that you have to witness this online exchange between me and my former mentor, who I introduced you to on this platform. But this is just humanity. And there's a little bit more telling pieces about certain things, but it is as it is. Okay? Let me see now. You said love the shirt. You love the shirt. Yo, this is the whole entire outfit. I will stand up and let a model to y'all. This is the whole top and bottom. Y'all know how Larry Live is. Come on now. Y'all know you're going to get a little fashion moment. Right, correct. This is unfortunate. Absolutely. So that's why I keep repeating my apologies. Okay? I legit thought it was over. Me too. But as I said, timeline May is when this began a consistent. I think I stopped counting around 7 or 8 lives, but somebody the other day said it was 11 instances from May to November of this consistent over and over and over. If you have seen these, 6 or 7 to 11 times, put in the chat, that is true. Just put it in the chat. If you've seen it, just put that is true. Because this was going on and on and on. And I was silent for months, but then I created the members only. And I began to not only address that, but everything I've been silent on for 6 years. I want y'all to think about that. 6 years. So you got 6 years of dealing with this. And some of the people who were walking with you through that thing then came online with these other stories on top of that. And now your former mentor has joined that whole team. Y'all's a lot. That is a lot. for someone like me who want to hit a button and go live and drag you. That's a lot, and I've maintained Jeremy well. For those of you who don't know, Jeremy is my alter ego given to me by Kim Burrell. That's been difficult. So I created members only for my wellness, so I can have somewhere to dump that. Because I have an advisory board, I have people that I could talk to, but they're in another section of my life. They found me here, but they know me. So I didn't want to mix that in there. I said, let me create something else. Because my Patreon is empowerment and education and spirituality. Everything around me is that. So let me create a members only where I can just address what I'm told or what I see online. And so I began to do that. And he is a small portion. What he has done is a small portion of that inside of my members only. Yeah, so I'm still going to, yes, Angel, correct. I was kind to him and didn't have to be. And you're going to understand something about me. I think you know. I know you know. I don't know how to not love somebody. If I love you, and maybe I think it's the way love's supposed to be, but maybe there's something I don't know. But the way I'm set up, once you get in my heart, you may not always have my presence. You may not always have my support. You may not always have access to me. But if I give you my heart, you have it forever. That's just that. And because I love you, I'm not going to do anything to intentionally hurt you. I didn't say that I won't hurt you, because sometimes the truth hurts. But, and I'm not perfect. I can do something in my humanity and hurt you. But I would never intentionally hurt somebody I like, let alone somebody that I love. So you could view this as, okay, if you love them, why are you saying this? Well, I built businesses right here to the tune of millions upon millions that have blessed many people and financed so many people, including my former mentor. I handed him multiple millions. When someone who you have lifted up and sort of connected to your brand, because that's what I did intentionally, then begins to go a different direction. And in that direction, they then begin to turn back and say, you XYZ. I have to manage my brand online. I have to. It's just, am I bigger than this? Absolutely. Could I not say nothing about this and go on with my life? I could. But the business side of me says, this is already a topic that's been discussed. Now you discuss it and approach it like you would anything else. So what is you? So that's what I'm doing. There were 44. 44. I said, what? I put it in there again. I said, Chat GPT, you lying to me. 44 allegations. Let's look at them. Number one, he says, I secretly recorded a phone call involving him. I secretly recorded a phone call involving him. That's his first allegation. Number two, I was in Dubai when the recording occurred. Number three, the recording was done without his consent. Number four, the recording constitutes illegal wiretapping. Number five, the recording violated Dubai UAE law because it allegedly requires all parties to consent. Number six, the recording violated Illinois law because Justin was allegedly in Illinois. Remember these? Number seven, I'm just going over the interview from last night. The recording was done with intent to harm or defame. Number eight, the recording was used as a weapon against him. Number 9, the recording was done as part of a planned effort rather than spontaneously. Number 10, you admitted publicly that you recorded the conversation. That's number 10. Okay, so I'm going to break these 44 down in sections. That's the first 10. The next one is distribution of allegations, and there's like 6 in there. So let's address, is what he's saying the truth or not? You secretly recorded a phone call involving him. I would say that's the truth because he did not know that he was calling into the conversation that me and Justin was already having. And I was already recording that conversation. I repeat, from the time he reached out to me, March in 2025, all the way up until recently, I record every last one of our phone conversations. I may have missed like 3 or 4, but I've recorded every phone conversation. And it's not been a whole lot, but I recorded every last one of them. So I would say that's true. You were in Dubai when recording occurred. Absolutely, positively not true. Now, if you read the Christian Post like I did, and if he put in the complaint the same thing he told Christian Post, then there's a big problem with his complaint, because he told the Christian Post that I was in Dubai recording a phone call on November the 4th of 2025. What day? November the 4th, 2025. Well, I was in Dubai in September and October, but November, really, I got back in October. I was in Atlanta, and here is Exhibit A. As you see here, right here, I boarded Emirates on Tuesday, October, what's that date? The 28th, at 8:30 Dubai time. And I landed in JFK on October the 28th at 14:25 hours. And you see the other person that was traveling with me is my assistant, Nancy, helper Ida, Kenachi, Kendall. Everybody got that. Now, everybody screenshot that for all of your text message thread, all the bishops that be calling me ain't going to call your name. You know I keep good secrets. And while you're watching, please hit like. There's 2,078 of you that are watching me between Facebook and YouTube. Can y'all all hit like and share? Have y'all screenshotted that yet? Wow. Yes, I know my membership numbers up there. They can't do nothing with it. All right, y'all got that? Is everybody clear? All right. So that leaves me where? In New York on October the 28th. But I live in Atlanta. So then I had to get a ticket. I used points. I had to pay like $4 something cash to fly me and Kendall from JFK to Atlanta. Here's Exhibit B. Now screenshot that. Can y'all screenshot that so you clear? When is this now? I traveled on the 28th, but I took a picture of, the MQD's part. If you're a Delta flyer, you know where I took this picture at. You see that, right? You got it. All right. So unless I book the flight to go right back to Dubai by November the 4th, because that's the day he is alleging that I was recording a phone call, intercepted a phone call between him and Justin and actually recorded. That's what he said. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not true. And anybody that follow me online, you see where I was doing my live from and my Sunday morning and prayers from. And I was in Atlanta ever since October of 2025 on the 28th day. Now, I'm explaining this later. I was not on a phone call between him and Justin on November, Pastor Justin, between him and Pastor Justin on November the 4th, 2025. I was not at all. But remind me that I said it to y'all. I'm going to show you the proof. I have the metadata from the phone call I actually recorded, and it's not on that day. And that was in Christian Post. But if that is in his complaint has another issue. Not only was I not in Dubai, I was not on that said phone call during all. I was on another phone call that took place after that. Now see, because this is something that he's bringing to the courts, allegedly, he has to prove. It's not, the burden of proof is not on me. He has to prove that he has been lied on, defamed, that there was a meet up or working together to try to do something to him, or a recording done with the intent of committing a crime, tort. That's on him. And it's just impossible to prove. And let me say this. When I say it's impossible to prove, I want you to understand what I'm saying. So let me explain it. He said to William McRae and in the Christian Post that I had an intent to record it, to then use it to publicly say certain things about him. Now, this is the problem. October the 17th is when Thais told me what he said when I made a statement about what could make Deborah cry. I didn't have a recording, not that recording. I had all these other recordings. And I said in that live, I said, if it's a lie that Justin told me. And I have a recording of him saying that. However, I believe what Justin said when he called me in March. But I didn't know him and I ain't trust him, so I recorded everything. In my job, you know, that have kept me from being found liable in other defamation and slander cases, because I have the recording and the proof. So, and I vet what somebody tells me. So when he told me what he told me in March, there were things he said I know he wouldn't have the world of, except it came from Bernard. So I knew at that time, okay, this is probably the truth. So let me just record this, because I don't know. I don't really trust him, because I didn't know him at the time, and I'm so glad I did. Those are the recordings that you heard me say in Members Only that I have. I did not have this recording until November. Watch the date. He said the 4th. I did not record me and Justin's conversation that he ended up being connected into until November the 5th. Which shows intent of me already recording Justin for years. I mean, not for years, for months. And this was just another day recording. I did not know it was going to turn into this. And Justin did not know that I was recording him. Did Justin know I had recorded him before that day? Yes, because of how I operate. We continue to talk. Look, Justin, yeah, I've recorded you. So he knew I had before, but he did not know that I was recording him on this particular day. But I was. The conversation, the recording starts between me and Justin, and he's telling me all of this stuff. And the way Spirit sought that thing up, y'all. To say that it was pre-planned, the audio itself proves it was on a whim and out of the blue. To also say that it was a malicious intent in the recording disproves it. To say that Justin was in Illinois, the recording disproves that, because Justin tells him in their conversation, I'm in Houston and the airport is crazy and I keep having to rebook. The recording disproves everything he told to Christian Post and said to William McCray on last night. I don't know who is fooling my former mentor, because I know he's smart. I don't know. Something is wrong. But something or someone has got his mind tied all the way up to where he can't even see that he's beaten the air. And I would be speculating if I call names, but I don't know. But this is weird. All right, so we done that first. So that Justin was not in Illinois. There was no intent. I had already said publicly what I knew. I didn't even have this recording until the 5th. And when I saw him and his wife in the mall, I said, there is something that is happening, but I'm not going to participate or be a part. And if Bernard is watching, he remember me telling him that. Well, this is what I was talking about, Bernard. I had told Will McCray that I had recorded a phone call that I was on with Justin, and you beeped in and verified and everything Justin had been telling me for months. And William said, oh my God, give me that. I'm not giving you that, William, because I know you. You said, well, and this is William. William's intention, and I didn't record that phone call with William, so I don't have any proof except my word against his. He said he was going to extort you and get you back for using me and taking his place by your hand. That was what he said. That's why I said at the mall, there is something going on. But I'm basically saying, William McCray, because he told me, and you remember this, Bernard, you said, I'm doing an interview with William McCray. I said, oh, this is before your first one. I said, there's some things going on, but I'm not going to be a part of that. And then I said, William knows. Yo, that happened at the mall that day. I articulated that to him. He's thinking people working together that ain't. And the person who was going to extort him with audio, he's buddy-buddy with and got interviewed by last night. So this is how I'm going to say something is wrong. Because if his intelligence don't tell him, one of them gifts ought to just say, wait a minute. I just have to believe something is interfering here. Something is interfering. All right. So that's the first 10 of the 44 allegations. Now, distribution allegations. He said, I distributed recordings of him to bloggers. Absolutely true. I distributed my November the 5th recording to Thais Report, Conscious TV. Yeah, those two. So that is true. I did. But this is the missing piece. We share receipts and informations and background info on stories that are public all the time. That is our profession. There was no malicious intent at all. I don't know why that was in this. Maybe he's trying, the RICO. He's trying to make it look like it's a coordinated event. I gave that to them in November of 2025. Verification that what I was saying wasn't no lie. I did not give it to William McCray because I knew what he was going to do. So when he begged for something, I gave him a 36-second piece of this hour and something thing of just Justin talking, telling him that he always have to be the belle of the ball. That's it. And I distorted the voice where you can't even really hear it. But I was just appeasing William. But I was not going to give that to William because I never trusted William on that level. I just knew better. Number 12, you shared recordings with multiple media personalities. 2, the recordings were circulated to people such as bloggers or commentators before broadcasts. That's just not true. And Thais never even made reference to what he heard on it. Conscious TV did. Once, allegedly, you was questioning people trying to get in contact with him, and William said some things that I did personally here, then that triggered Conscious TV to get involved. So that's how that happened. The recordings were allegedly used to produce shows attacking him. That is so not true. That is just not true. The recordings were shared intentionally to damage his reputation. That's not true. The recordings weren't even needed because of my reputation. If I said I heard XYZ, that's it. But I'm so glad that Justin called me on November the 5th after a day or two of y'all fussing back and forth, and I recorded it, because if I didn't have that, you would have me by my balls. But the recording says the opposite of everything you are alleging in this interview with William. All right, next group, 16 through 20. You coordinated with other individuals to create a campaign against him. Now, I didn't do that. Maybe there's something wrong, because that's what I saw him do, going to the platforms of people who are already attacking me for 6 years and then slandering and defaming. That's interesting. That there makes no sense to me. There was an organized effort among multiple media figures. Not true. Bloggers who discussed the recording were part of a coordinated effort. The only blogger that reported on the audios was Conscious TV. The activity around the recordings was an enterprise targeting him. Now he's saying recordings. I don't have but one that he is on. 20, the effort was designed to end his ministry influence. How is it you're the victim, I'm the bad guy, when it was you for months slandering and defaming my name online with no response from me publicly? I don't understand this. So the moment I respond, then, oh no, you're victimizing me. No, I'm responding because you're lying about my finances, about my leadership, about my parenting. It got really bad, you guys. And I hope you didn't see it, but if you did, you probably know that ain't true, because y'all done been into my life with reading things my way. And the things I say, I'm terribly transparent. Financial allegations that I borrowed $300,000 from him. That is absolutely true. And I started paying it back. And then he stopped it and said it should be a seed. That is true. 100% true. It's also true, and he verified by his mouth, that I have given him a minimum of $3 million between 2019 and 2024. That is true. My last seed to him was $31,000 on November the 4th of 2024. That is true. Next group of allegations. You acted with malicious intent. The recording actually proves. It proves. And then other recordings I've had with other people that I recorded. And my members only is record for that. I said I do not want anything bad to happen to him. That's why I'm not saying certain things. I'm not about to use the same platform I built him to tear him down. I said that till I was blue in the face. I didn't have any malicious intent. I just responded. You intended to destroy his reputation. Not true. You attempted to manipulate media narratives. Not true. I mean, I feel like it's just been made up. You use recordings to fabricate or amplify damaging narratives. Not true. You would think I've been on my platform doing show at the show. Half of the folk come in here to my Larry, what you talking about? Because I ain't did it. You publicly implied he had extramarital relationships. Absolutely, I did. Yes. And I still stand by that. You discussed alleged relationship with men. Not relationships, relationship. Absolutely, with Justin. You suggested he engaged in inappropriate personal behavior. I did. True. You repeated or amplified statements from others about him. Justin's, yeah. And all of this that I'm saying I did was in my members only. That's why you're coming in my chat. You don't know what I'm talking about. Because if you're not in members only, that's where I taught. And then some on Thais platform and Conscious TV. You broadcast or discussed alleged misconduct on your platform. I am right now. All right, allegations related to other defendants. We almost got 10 more. You worked with Justin Edwards to record calls. Never, ever. Justin didn't know I was recording him on November the 5th. He had no idea. He knew I had recorded him times before because I told him, but he had absolutely no knowledge of that. Justin merged you into a call without Jordan's knowledge. True. Another person allegedly recorded Jordan in a separate call. I heard about that, but I haven't heard that audio. Emails and recordings were shared among multiple people. As I said, I emailed. Oh, he said this emails in general. Oh, this is talking about when I emailed William, Thais, and Mad Church Disease. Let me tell you why I emailed Mad Church Disease. I don't like him. He don't like me. Can't stand each other. Okay, fine. Actually, I can't even say I can't stand him. Don't like him because I don't have enough to know to. He's just Mad Church Disease. All I know. And Marcellus McMillan is his name. But I know he don't like me or something. So, and who gets I'm 48. You think I care about who like me? Well, we is not high school. I do not care. Typical women care about that all their life, no matter their age. I don't care. But he was saying something true. He was saying Larry knows something, and he just ain't saying it. He said, I feel it. I believe it. He was right. So my email that I sent to him, and somebody need to show it, It said at the top, because I had just found out there was another recording that he's talking about by Calvin Blake. And when I found out about that, I was like, oh my God, so it ain't just somebody else knows. So when I got that email, I forwarded it to William, Thais, and to Mad Church Disease. I didn't have no explanation of what I sent William, but to Thais and to Mad Church Disease, it was a copy and paste, basically, I think it was, where I said, now you know, you were right, now you know why I was silent, because just like this person is saying, I have a recording too. That was the email. And it was made it to look like it was some coordination. No, it wasn't. I mean, Mad Church don't even talk. It was not a working together. It was just sharing information between 3 platforms that do the same kind of work that I do, was similar. Number 37, your actions cause reputational damage to him. No, that's you projecting. You talking about me in front of the people that they saw build you up made people start to not like you and not trust you. And in their mind, why are you doing this to Larry Reid? Even your former members that interviewed with Conscious TV said that was the reason why they talked to him, because they felt like you had done me so bad. And I've never spoke to them a day in my life. In fact, I watched like an audience viewer and didn't know who they was. So you did that to yourself. And I think also because of your open support of this administration. I think those two things it really damaged your reputation. Because it wasn't until October that I said, if I open up my mouth, Deborah gonna cry. That was before I had a recording. The said recording from November the 5th. You say November the 4th, but it's not. Your actions cause emotional distress. My action of leaving, I believe that. Your actions cause financial harm to his ministry. His actions cause financial harm to the ministry. Maybe me not giving tens of thousands of dollars a month to his ministry cause issues. Maybe, I don't know. Your actions allegedly led to loss of church membership. Absolutely not. You have to prove that in court too. That before I said in my members only or anybody platform that I had a recording of you talking to Justin in detail, describing things. You got to prove that from that day to the time you talked to Christian Post, done these interviews or filed this complaint, that you lost this 60% of members because of me. And you're not going to be able to prove it. I done been in this my 8th time. That never works. You use your media platform to amplify damaging narratives. No, I'm talking now. Responding to your ass from last night. You monetize content related to him. All my platforms have been monetized for umpteen years. You encourage other media figures to cover the story. Oh my God. Where's the proof of that? And who was that I encouraged? Please tell me. And who did it? Just come out and confess. If I encourage you to cover anything concerning Jordan, you have my permission in the chat right now to say that I did, and make sure you have the proof of me saying that, okay? I don't know what is going on. You intentionally spread narratives about him online. Oh, really? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the 44 allegations. Let me show you proof of when I recorded the phone call with Justin. You can screenshot this so you'll know. There are 2,317 of you watching me. I need everybody right now to hit like before I put this up. And while you're hitting like, I got to tell you about this new episode of this show, Love and Faith, that I am in. Here's a quick clip of it.
This season on Love and Faith Atlanta.
Bishop is interviewing some more pastors.
No. Have these churches and I'm looking for cities.
Have you vetted them already? None of them been in jail?
No, none of them been in jail. But that's not a disqualifier.
Right.
Go ahead and lean back and reel your head back real good and say, I will possess the land.
But I'm trying to figure out why Larry here.
Well, what you mean?
My reservations with you.
What are your reservations?
Maybe I should eat a few of my lamb chops first.
What made you want to do the Doughboy Pizza Company?
Honestly, I wanted to do something for my sons. My wife and I thought, why not jump into pizza?
We need somebody who's gonna take you and then take you higher. Money is good. Money can do a lot of things.
And also your happiness is good too.
I mean, you married for love already.
I'm just realizing that you and Kirk Franklin are the same height. Psalms 133 says, behold how good and how pleasant it is for brethren
to dwell together in unity.
In unity. Unity.
Love and Faith Atlanta Season 2, premiering February 25th, only on Merge TV and YouTube.
All right, the episode is already out. It's great. Go check it out and watch it and let them know that you heard about it right here on the Larry Live platform. If you are just coming in, hit like and also share. Go back and watch what we have already discussed. We have for probably about another 20 minutes. I'm about to show you a receipt of the actual recording that is in question that everybody's confused about, that happened on a date that is not the same date that was advertised on Christian Post and in this interview last night. Also, this recording was between Pastor Justin Edwards and also my former mentor. And it's unfortunate that you have to see this, or you have to experience this. I want to extend my apologies. You are getting on the front street some of what happens behind the scene in relationships, and it can get ugly. But one thing you can rest assured that I will always handle him a certain kind of way. I'm going to tell him the truth, tell you the truth about him, but I ain't going to be ugly and be slanderous and defame. I'm having to respond because of all this yippity yap online that he has been doing. Okay, so if you are watching me and you want to support me, I know I look like I don't need it, but this is an entire thing that we're doing, MBN Network Global, and so many great things that we're doing in Ghana and also in Dubai. And I would appreciate it if you say, okay, let me help you do that. Here is my little bit of tiny donation of $9.26, the 9th day of March. And it's 2026, so that's where I'm getting the 926. That's where I'm getting that from. And it actually comes to an 8, the 9 plus the 8. And that's 18, 17 plus 1, 8. Yeah, so let's do that. And the way that you do that is that you hit the Stripe link. Anybody with a blue wrench that puts this link in there, you can hit that link. That's one of the Celestial Circle members. And so you hit that link. You can do $9.26. Or you can Zelle it, donations at mbnnetworkglobal.org. Or you can do 780 Marasco Drive, Northeast, suite number 244224, Atlanta, Georgia, 30324. Just put the link for, don't do the Taruma one. Just do the one for MBN Network. So there you go. Lashika got the right one in there. You put all the stuff ain't needed. You won't even listen. Okay. Yeah. All right. So that's $9.26. And if you did it, put in the chat that you did it so I can recognize it before I get off here, okay? Okay, I want to say thank you. All right. So now this recording that is in question, did you read the Christian Post? In the Christian Post, he said that I recorded from Dubai. Now you saw the receipts. I was not in Dubai. He said I recorded it on November the 4th. No. And you hear in the recording Justin say, I've been calling you for a week. And I said, man, this jet lag from Dubai, I can't hardly get myself together. I said, I see you call me in the middle of the night last night. That was probably Justin calling me because of all of the drama that was going on with them to catch me up. And that's exactly what he said on the call. He says on the call, according to Justin, he said on the call, we got into it. And it's all because I don't agree with what he is saying online concerning Matthew Stevenson and you, and y'all not online doing to him what he has been doing to y'all. Said, and that's the issue. Now, I could believe that or not, but when Bernard, the Lord, I wasn't going to say that, but when my former mentor got on the phone call, he verified it and said that I am going to get Matthew Stevenson and I'm going to get Larry Reid for this breakup. And I quote, that was what he said. And I quote, that's what he said. I'm not going to ask Conscious TV or Thais if you happen to be in the chat to verify, because both of y'all heard it. You have the whole recording. You just stay out of it. I mean, although y'all getting in trouble with this too, from what I understand. That's his words. That's not my words. And then yesterday, in the interview, he said something which will make me, to my members only community, like a lie. So I got to address this. I'm only addressing this because it was in the interview. He said, because William asked him, so you haven't been on top of him and him on top of you and nothing like that. And he said, we were playing some karate or kung fu or wrestling and fell on the bed on top of each other. Is nothing to it. But that's not what he said on my recording. On my recording, this is what he said. And I quote. And he was trying to get Justin to say that, and this is the reason why I do use the word grooming, and I'm not taking that back, because that dynamic, what I heard on the audio was weird, because he was trying to get Justin to say he liked it, and Justin said, I'm not saying that. I'm not even going to give you that. That's what he said. He said, come on, Justin. Didn't you like it whether I was on top of you or you was on top of me and we kissing? That's his exact words. Now, y'all breathe, because I know it's a lot, and I can't believe I just shared that, but oh well, oh hell. Because folk out here lying, and you do not lie with the receipt king. It always come up in your face. Breathe. I know it's a lot to hear. Breathe. 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 I didn't make that up. I didn't make that up. Now, I wasn't shocked because I believed Justin from the beginning. And I saw him as a victim. I saw him as somebody who was in something they weren't smarter than the person they were dealing with. That's how I viewed it. I'm not saying anything was forced. I agree with what he told, or what was put in Christian Post saying consent. I believe that. However, I don't think it was no predatory, forcibly nothing. But I do believe that it was grooming. It was a slow walk to that. That's my belief. I can't prove a person's intent in their heart, but that's how I see it. Yeah, so this thing, what he told William McCray talking about fighting, well, explain what you said on the audio that y'all were kissing and you on top of each other. You said whether you on top of me or me on top of you. What am I supposed to think this is? What am I supposed to think this is? They ain't mixed. That's not taking something you saying and making it something that's not. And then in the audio, you accused him of using his penis to get money out of you. Though I'm saying stuff I didn't even know I was going to say. This audio is so terribly incriminating. This is not somebody else talking. This is my former mentor talking to him. Somebody got my former mentor blind and deaf, distracted and disconnected from what he is setting his own self up to be exposed to the entire world. Anybody with a Pacer account. Because the moment I respond, it's going to be the transcript of the entire audio because it disproves not just me, but anything he said that Ty East report said it wasn't true, or anything he said that Conscious TV said it wasn't true, especially Conscious TV, it's going to just clear them. Because I saw the allegation to get Conscious said that you said that, $400,000 in debt, that's not true. Wait a minute, you said that on the audio, fussing about it, talking to Justin, blaming a woman named Katrina for him going out with her and alleging something between them, I think, and drinking, all on the audio. You show your malicious intent towards me for doing all the lives on the audio saying I'm going to destroy Larry Reid. That's on the audio. In your voice. But then some spirit or somebody came to you and had you to try to sue me for what you did to me. And the audio is going to lay all this out. I know somebody got him mixed up because the former mentor that I know is smart. This is stupid. And now everybody's gonna know. It's one thing for me to say it, for Conscious to say it, or whoever else that has the audio say it. But it's another thing for you to read word for word from the top of the audio to the bottom of the audio, transcribe, filed with the court, and then you read it. See that? I heard somebody say, that I wanted this to happen. You must just don't like me and hate me. Because if you had audio since November the 5th and somebody was out here lying on you, you would have played it. I didn't do that. And I didn't give it to nobody, Will McCray, that I know would have leaked it to all of y'all. The little 36 second I gave him, y'all were hearing it within 4 or 5 days. I got good sense. I didn't want this for him. But it's clearly somebody, I don't know who this is, but something or somebody got him so caught up. I don't want this for him or for Justin because that transcript coming out is going to affect both of them. And the reality is Justin don't deserve this. It's because of my former mentor being out here on these YouTube streets on these raggedy, infested, no good, integrity lacking, ugly people platform. This is the reason why we are here. We are here because of him. I am sitting here jet lagged, but still look good, jet lagged, talking to you because of him and William McCray last night lying and snickering. Like two church queens. What the hell was going on? That just looked weird. At least sitting beside me, I mean, shout out to myself, pop my collar. You look good with the shades and had the whole chain I bought you. That was $65,000. That one ain't counted in the $3 million that I gave him. My love was real. Real love. But you will not lie on me. That just ain't gonna work. So I welcome service. I welcome it and respect the courts, because with defamation, they typically get it right. Look at all the cases. That's one area they typically get it right. You might have to pump a lot of money to get them to do right, but that's one area the courts get it right in. Let me drop this link. I think y'all got something to say, or maybe you want to ask me a question. I'm dropping the link. No, I haven't been served at all. According to the Pacer thing that I looked at today, nobody's been served. I thought Justin had got served, but he wasn't. They left a letter somewhere, I think, and they thought he got it, but he didn't. So I found out today he hadn't been served. All right. And please hit the link, $9.26. All right, let's go. All right, Jamar, how are you? I need a headphone. Hold on, Jamar. If you're talking, I can't hear you yet. Hold on. You must not be saying nothing.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can, but I don't want to have no echo. Hold on for a minute. All right, go ahead on.
Okay. I don't have a question. I just really want to just make a comment about like how crazy this whole situation is dealing with the bishop and how sloppy his dealings are and who he's dealing with. Him being seen with these other content creators is wild to me. Like, why would you even lower yourself to even be with such trash? Like, it makes no sense. It's like, here you had Larry Reid, like, he's the top podcaster, whatever, da-da-da-da. Then you dummy down to this? Something's clearly wrong with his mental.
Yeah, something is wrong. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's really what I wanted to say. I don't even think I have any questions about.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to let me drop some cash somewhere.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. All right. $9.26, you guys, to support this platform. And it's not going to me. It is going to MBN Network Global. Now, if you want to give me some money, let me know, and I'll tell you what to do. But this is for MBN Network Global that supports everything we do globally. All right? Next person. Crystal.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can.
All right, how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Good, good. I'm not on camera today, so I hope that's all right.
No
But
problem.
listen, I think what the first thing that came to mind when I saw McCray advertise that he was coming on Sunday night, I said, what plaintiff files a complaint, then come on and talk with one of the named defendants in the case. It makes absolutely no sense. That was my first question.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Go ahead. I'm
William
sorry.
is not named as a defendant, but he is in the story from what I was told. I haven't seen the
He
complaint.
is.
Okay.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. They talked about it last night.
Mm-hmm.
He's in there, and yeah, I listened to it, and I was in that chat, legally in the chat. Okay, just FYI, because you know me how I do it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, of course you don't get any answers. But it was crazy, and I'm going to tell you the consensus about the karate chop and all of that. They didn't. People was not falling for that.
I don't know if
So
that happened or not. I only know what I heard him say on the
right,
audio. And
right,
since
and
I've been live, I just received something I'm going to share as soon as you get off.
Okay, I won't keep you. That was the first thing that came to mind. I'm just glad that y'all are doing okay. Y'all are back safe, and Shamako and Nathan and everybody and Kendall. So I'm glad y'all are back stateside. Now sit down somewhere.
As soon as everything clear, I'm out. I gotta go
I
back
know you
home.
are. I already know. All right. Well, thank you. I just wanted to bring that up. All right.
All right. Bye.
Okay. Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Okay, so just to verify, because there's this thing that's been said, it was said last night. Let me take this off. This thing that's been said, it was said last night that we were not in the prop. I don't know why people insult my intelligence like I am stupid. I would not say I recorded a conversation if I did not already know that I recorded a conversation between people who were all in one party consent states. Justin was in Houston, Texas. I was in Atlanta. My former mentor was in New Jersey. The audio verifies it because Justin says, I'm in Houston, the airports are crazy. And this was just sent to me from an unknown number. There got to be somebody who knows Justin. Sent me a picture of his ticket being booked and rebooked in Houston on, hold on, let me give you the dates. November the 1st, November the 5th, and November the 18th. That's when he got out of there. If I'm lying, I'm flying. I'm going to put this in my members only so y'all will know that I'm not telling you a lie. I don't understand what is happening. I know he is smarter than this, but something has blocked. Somebody's in his ear. This is not who I know to be this, who I believe to be a smart man. Because this is the entire conversation last night in Christian Post is just disproved with receipts. And someone said that he said, I got the transcript. I didn't ask them, but somebody told me about it. So this might not be the truth because I didn't read this in the transcript. I just dropped it in ChatGPT to give me a summary. They said that he said my passport is going to be subpoenaed. Now, so this lets me know that there is no understanding of this defamation process. There, I can name on how many cases where courts did accept passport as a means of confirmation, but in the recent years they stopped it because anybody that travels international, sometimes they forget the stamp, they put it in the wrong place, it don't show up. Sometimes they stamp the back of your printed ticket instead of your passport. In fact, that just happened to me leaving out of Dubai, I think it was, coming into Ghana. I think I know where it's land. I will tell you to go get it, Candace, you can show them. They stamped the back of my ticket versus my passport. The confirmation of your travel is your airline ticket. That is the irrefutable that your hind end was on a plane. That is the proof. And then you can pull my phone records. just in phone records. Even my former mentors that will prove, see what tower it pinged off of, and it will prove where everybody was. I knew Justin was in Texas. I knew I was in Atlanta, so I could record the phone call. Even if I recorded him in a state that was two-party, I wouldn't come out here and tell y'all I did. I think things through. That's why I've told my members only that I recorded the call. I had already had everything checked. I have a whole team of lawyers and much folk like to sue me. So I learned a little something. I wouldn't come out here and say that if it was not true. All right. Let's answer some more. I see somebody named Jimmy, but it says your device is not connected. So you need to connect your device. Okay, Amisha.
Hey, Dr. Larry.
Hey there.
I haven't seen you since I was at Genesis Warren Church.
You said you ain't seen me since when?
I was at Genesis Warren Church. I used to be a member of Dominion.
Oh, okay. Go ahead on.
But I was listening to what you saying about somebody's in his ear. And honestly, I watched the video yesterday and just him talking about the timeline and things. To me, although I believe there's other outside people in his ear, the main one has to be William McCray. And the reason why I say that is because when he was detailing the kind of like when things start to fall apart between you guys was when William McCray first said that you came on live and said that you were about to, break up with him, or you're about to, stop fooling with him, however way he said it. Mm-hmm. And that started to disconnect. And then also throughout the whole conversation yesterday, he was saying things like, well, when William McCray called me and told me that, he threatened my wife, talking about she's gonna, when you said what you said about making her cry, he said William McCray had called him, was like, oh, Larry has went too far, and Larry and stuff like that. And that's what was said last on that live, in addition to the shots he was taking at you and CTV. Whoa. But yeah, it seems like every step of the way, even with Bishop Bernard said, that's when me and you reconciled when you called me concerned about my wife when Reid said that's where it was on the talk last night, and I mean the conversation that I watched. So I think the main culprit here is William McCray, and I think the reason why he may have a better impact on him is because his voice is the loudest on these blogs, and that's what I wanted to say. And I love you guys.
Well, they were connected before me and my former mentor, so they have history. So I don't doubt that. He said they reconciled afterwards, and he was also talking about somehow he didn't know that he was recording when he saw you at Lennox, and all that stuff. He said he was basically in the dark about it too, and I was just like, all this stuff just sounded like a whole lie. But yeah, I was there. I was defending you. I was ready to fight. Wow. Yeah, but thank you for that, and thank you for that information. I didn't know that, and my chat didn't tell me that.
Oh yeah, he said a lot of stuff about y'all tried to do some kind of porn stuff against him. He said the lawyer called it some kind of digital porn, and the lawyer asked him, Bishop Bernard. He said the lawyer asked him, did they have any images of him? And he was like, no. They was trying to do some kind of to use against him sexually or something. It was crazy. It was a whole bunch of stuff. Wow. Chat a lot of stuff that he said in regards to y'all.
Whoa. Yeah, I don't know anything about in the porn, in the video. I only know about the audio. All right. Thank you. Good God, my mess. Ooh. All right, let's see what this is. Oh, I can't. Who is Jimmy? Jimmy is saying you need to connect your mic before I can add you to the stream. Same thing with you, Annette. I can't add you until you do that. Oh, you said BJ's lawyer stated that the recording equates to digital porn. Oh, okay. I got that. Okay. That's interesting. All I know, this illegal recording was legal. This illegal recording. No. It was not illegal. No. Let me see. All right. I was trying to bring more people up, but your device isn't connected, so I can't bring you up. Now, did y'all do the $9.26? I see a few people look like they did. If you didn't, this is the way that you can do it. Hit the Stripe link by anybody with a blue wrench, or you can do Zelle at donations@mbnnetworkglobal.org. Okay, I think I see you now. I can bring you on. All right. Tell me what's your name, where you're calling from, and what you want to say.
Hey, Larry, good evening.
Hey, how are you?
This is Jimmy Singletary, named in the lawsuit. I just want to say this, Larry. I said this to Conscious. This is classic Jordan moves out of 40-something years. This is what he does. I'm going to say this. You can't do people wrong and then throw the rock and hide your hand. Jordan, if you listening, I'm not scared. You're not bullying me into silence because you said something yesterday about, yeah, you bought me clothes. Of course you bought me clothes because I was traveling with you. That part. Now, Larry, I said about Isaac, this is going to cause Isaac to come out because you can't bully people into silence. And again, we all said we don't hate you. It's love. But you can't keep poking the bear and thinking that you're going to keep getting away with it because yesterday my name was called.
Yesterday in the interview?
Yeah, yesterday my name was called. He said he bought me clothes. But a lot of the members, ex-members, corroborated the stories. This is classic narcissistic behavior. I don't hate that man. We love him. But what you're not going to do is you're not going to keep hurting people. So yes, if that's what you do, live your truth. The issue is stop throwing rocks and hiding your hands and using word salads like we don't know. The same word salads he been using with y'all, he been using that for 40 years. We know. And like I said, all of this got started if he would have left you alone. And I'm complete.
Let me ask you a question. First of all, I want you to verify some things. Have we ever talked before?
No.
Have we ever had an email, a text, or seen each other?
No.
But see, this is this coordinated campaign thing that he's creating. It just does not exist.
It doesn't, Larry. This is classic. When all of this went down, I said, wow, this is just classic tactics because he said yesterday on the live he was coming. I'm in a lawsuit and he named the other ex-Zoe member. And all of them, Larry, corroborated my story. They all did.
I saw the other couple. I saw when you were interviewed, and I saw when the other couple was interviewed on Conscious TV platform. And I was saying to myself, because everybody basically said the reason why y'all speaking out is because of how you treated me. And I'm like, I don't even know these people.
People got triggered, Larry, because all it did was bring back years of shame, abuse. People got triggered. And me coming forward because I know too much of the family and was very close to the family. My family goes back with his family since South Carolina. So he's got an angst to grind with me. How do you tell a 12-year-old person when I was young, and he says to me, "Did you come in peace or take my kingdom?" Who says that to a child? That's interesting. And needless to say, this is not a takedown, but what I'm not gonna be bullied into silence. This is a frivolous lawsuit. He need to leave everybody and the parties involved alone. Go in peace, live your
Agree.
truth.
Agree.
Leave everybody alone.
Agree. Agree.
There's people, believe it or not, Larry, that since my interview and the Charmins interview, that are ex-members that got triggered all over again. There's people that's calling me behind the scenes that's got triggered all over again. That corroborated my story. The issue with classic narcissism, and I want everybody to get this, is when a narcissist picks on you, they hide their hands and they make it seem like they do a lot of gaslighting. That's classic. They make you feel like your story ain't true. They did all of this. Well, if you did all of this, why you gotta voice it? If you did it in the spirit of genuineness and love, why you gotta voice it? But if indeed it is true about you and who you are, then live your truth. All we don't care what gender you are, live your truth.
Nope. Sure don't.
We sure don't. All of your friends is catching strays because you're dealing with somebody who has held the torch in the prophetic for 50 years at one time. You made him relevant to a world that he was no longer relevant in. Yesterday, when I watched it, I said, this is given, Larry gave you an audience that you were never used to. You even start dressing like Larry. And yeah, I said it. I said it. And I stand on that. I'm standing on business. But what I will not, Larry, be is bullied into silence. What he's done to ex-members is this workplace relationships, how he's done members in the workplace. I was on staff, the Charmins was on staff, other certain members was on staff. These things are ex-members, and you can offline as conscious. These things were done. So him getting retribution, the stars have aligned. God is not mocked. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap, Larry. I'm a believer in the word. We came out of Johnny Washington.
Oh, I know what that is.
We came out of Tabernacle of Prayer. I'm not taking away from his gift, but when your character is shady and you doing shady things, it's only a matter of time before you have to come before the audience and get you. He's so quick to tell everybody, get in front of the story. No, you get in front of your story. How about that? You do that and get healing. Because the Pato definitely wants to put him back together again if he's willing. He is a prophet. We're not taking that away from him. But what you're not going to do is bully people that disassociate with you or break off relationships. He struggles with that. That's a mental thing. He dealt with that with his sons. He dealt with that with his children. He's a very great prophet, poor father.
Jesus.
I'm calling it out. You don't tell somebody at 12 years old of age, did you come in peace or did you come to take my kingdom? I don't want your kingdom. Not threatened. You're threatened by children and you're a father in the prophetic? This explains the upbringing of new breeds of prophets that came on the scene, because as his relevancy, and this is what happens with old prophets, when your relevancy is no longer relevant, you will try to kill the youth.
Okay.
And I'm clear, Larry. I'm clear. But Larry, you teaching tonight.
I'm just sharing.
No, Larry, you teaching tonight. No, because you can't keep bullying people. And I remember on one of your lives when all of this broke down, and Larry, I'm gonna ask you, one of your lives, you said, I've been asking him to leave me alone. See, what y'all don't see, audience, is the bullying behind the scenes.
That's the truth.
You don't see
been
you
since.
don't see
Yes.
the gaslighting
Yes.
behind the scenes, Larry Reid Live audience. Y'all
Yes.
don't see that. There's a lot of gaslighting and phone calls and doxing people's address and this, that, and the third, and trying to steal members. Nobody affected your bottom line. Your bottom line got affected when you do predatory begging. And I'm clear. I'm clear. I just wanted to give credence to, and I'm sure he's listening. And I don't care if you're listening. You need to make it right with the people and the ex-members that you have hurt and offended and have brought problems to. There's people that got to go through PTSD, that are going through PTSD, that are ex-members from the church. My story was the story offline. Ask Conference. A lot of ex-members started coming forward. Yeah, Singletary's right. When Isaac was at the funeral, Isaac was bullied into silence. They cut that mic off real quick.
I was there. I was 4 rows back from the family.
Am I lying, Larry?
That
They
happened.
cut that mic off.
But
real
see, I
quick.
didn't know when I was watching Conscious TV and he was interviewing you, and Isaac came in that chat and said, "I'm not lying. I have proof." That, because of the situation that now I'm in with him, my former mentor, that hit me differently than the first time I heard the accusations and my former mentor explained his side. That was, and I don't know what truth is, but I do know that that relationship is horrible between him and Isaac. I do know
Not
that.
only that, and I'm gonna say this. The story that everybody was told, and you were told, my son sided with my enemies. No, you were a poor father to your son, and your son didn't have a safe place, and God raised up a Larry Reid to bring reconciliation. True prophets bring reconciliation.
Oh, Jesus.
Period.
Now, me and Manasseh were friends. So
I know that.
I'm not going to do what he did to me
Exactly.
unless I'm pushed. But, I'm not
Larry,
going to do what I did to him. But that is what Manasseh told me I'm experiencing now.
I told you that. You didn't know, Larry, so I'm going to give you a lot of grace like Jesus has given us. You did not know. Because you have said years, if I find some bullshit, Larry, if I find bullshit, I'm cutting it off. Now, audience, Larry did say that. So y'all not going to throw him out like that and do Larry like that. Larry did say that. If I find some bullshit,
I did.
I'm going to call it out.
I said it. But the thing is, it hit the fan. But see, I saw how he handled Manasseh and came on my platform and told out his business. I saw how he handled Caleb Spurlock, their relationship. I saw how he handled some other relationships in his life with other preachers, the situation with Bishop Shamar Womack. I was around for all of that. But I was listening to his side. And so I said, okay, that's an isolated situation. I saw him and Brian Carn, and when he hit the table and cussed and said, "You have this damn dagger in my back," and him and Carn going back and forth with Bishop Senegal sitting there. I was there for that, but it was isolated situation. I'm like, well, I don't know what they did to him. I don't know what transpired. It won't never happen to me because we only talk on the phone. We don't be in the same room by ourselves. It ain't gonna be that to me because I'm a good son. I'm a good mentee. I'm sowing. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I support. I'm always the one he can call on. So that's them, not me. And then here I am. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't think I did was leave.
You're on the receiving end, and what he. I will say this, a very great prophet, great mentor, but the issue with him stems from his childhood of a fracture. And if you don't get help, you can be gifted as all get back. Zoe Ministries was a hub of creatives. And what happened was you took those creatives and got the 5 I wills in Isaiah 13 of Lucifer. You took those creatives and you abused them, you threw them away. And when they did not conform to your way of doing, these are the tactics. The care group system was set up in that church to keep tabs on everybody's personal business and then use prophecy to make them get in line. You can't be, let's be very clear about the office of prophet. It is to speak truth to power. It is also to bring the testimony of Jesus in restoration and grace and in love. I'm wary, Larry, of so-called prophets who don't move in the Jesus, the Christos, the Christ. I'm wary of that. Because Jesus did not throw people away. He restored them. He loved on them. He didn't use their secrets against them. And the danger of old prophets is that when they smell the new breed of new prophets, they kill the young. That's what vipers do in the animal kingdom. When you see vipers, a mother viper will kill their young because they are afraid. What are you so afraid of? And it really stems to he needs to get mental help. You don't need to get mental help from those in your ministry. You need to go outside your ministry and get mental help. Yeah, I'm talking, and I hope he hears it.
I know what you're
Because
talking about. I
he
know who you're talking
needs
about.
to, and he needs to get help. I'm getting therapy, and I'm no, you're mad that people found you out because when the money dries up, you start going into a kill switch mode. There's a lot of ex-Zoe members in your chat that are going to amen what I'm saying because guess what? They got triggered, Larry. You didn't know, Larry, to the extent.
Right.
So I'm going to give you grace like Jesus gave me grace. Did I do everything right? No, but at the same time, you don't go kill the youth that could potentially be a blessing to you. Thus his son, the fracture. God used you to bring restoration and bring that relationship. Everybody wants to highlight, well, Larry's this and Larry's that. No. I'm not going to throw you away, Larry, because everybody makes mistakes. Everybody does. And in this case, Larry, I don't find you guilty, and neither does Jesus.
Oh no, I don't see that I'm
Ain't
guilty, but I have said several times in this live, and I'll say it again. I think I do need to apologize and acknowledge that the same people who I presented him to, who were helped by him, now are being hurt, not just by him, but also my actions, because now I have to come live and say, this is what I found out after I walked away from him, and this is what he did. You know, that's a lot. So I felt like I needed to acknowledge that, because there has to be some kind of pain in the viewer who was positively affected by our union, who now have to watch this crumbling.
Right. Now, he made mention I gave him clothes. Well, Larry, I was traveling with the man. I was a musician. He didn't pay me, Larry. I was on staff. What was I supposed to do? I'm 17 and young in 1996. I remember this to this day. When I left, he didn't pay me. So, Larry, I said it on conscience, and I'm going to say it on your platform. I took that equipment like, nigga, you better pay me. The equipment mine. That's it.
I got it. Okay, so let me say this. There's some people saying, I just got this text. I don't know what happened, but so there are like 10,000 of you who just got the text who realized I was live. So I'm sorry, you're going to have to go back and watch the entire live. It's almost 2 hours long. I'm sorry for that. You just have to go back and watch. Everybody's saying, me too, me too. I just got it. I'm sorry. So just go back and watch it. Thank you so much, Mr. Singletary.
Yes, thank you, Larry. I wanted to say something because I'm like, let me add some truth to the context of story. You left gracefully. You don't owe nobody no reason why you left. Let's just be clear. Spirit told you to do what you did. He got upset, and thus this attack started. And that's it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome, Larry.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Oh, Lord. All right. I see somebody else. All right. Samuel.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm okay.
All right. So I'm actually just going to ask my questions and then I'll be done. All right. So I'm going to bunch them all together and you can answer.
Okay.
All right. So here we go. Did you have hesitation after hearing from Spirit, or did you feel this was coming?
Let me answer that.
Yes.
Bruh, I grieved for 3 days, and I had 12 of my partners with me. Well, 11, because I made the 12. I was in grieving for like 3 or 4 days. It was difficult, and I didn't understand why Spirit was telling me that, because this is the words of the Spirit. Who I used and what I used to bring you here is not what I'm using to take you there. And show me Bernard's face. And then every mentor I had all the way back to my first pastor, Bishop L.L. Stevenson. That was hard, and I struggled. All right, next question.
All right. How are you really feeling now? And I ask that because as someone who's going through something like this with a leader that I've known for many years, and how do you feel like you can move forward in your life? And will it be hard for you to trust moving forward?
Well, I feel fine unless there's something that I do not know that needs to be dug up. And I've had great mentors prior to him. I only knew him like 4.5, almost 5 years. I'm 48, so it's like a little small piece of my life. So it's not as detrimental as it would have been had it been like my former pastor or somebody I've known for decades. It was a lesson learned. I found out some new stuff today that he said, and I'm like, it helped me just check within myself to make sure, was I complete? And I said, oh, I'm really over it, because this thing here I just learned, I should be popping off. Yeah, so I've moved past it.
Okay, awesome. Do you have any advice for people who have gone through something similar to your situation?
Well, it sounds like, as it relates to you, that it was much longer than me. So probably the connections are pretty much way deeper and emotional, psychological, spiritual, and all of that, especially if you didn't have a great relationship with your father. I would say counseling is an absolute must. And I'm not talking about a coach, but I'm talking about a real therapist to talk to and work through that, because that's almost like losing a natural born parent. So I would suggest that. Don't rush yourself. Give yourself time. And sometimes when you get triggered and you go back to talking about it like it just happened, that's part of the healing process. Don't be hard on yourself. That's what I would say.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Have a good night.
You too. All right, I see somebody else here, but it says your device isn't connected. So I can't bring you up even if I wanted to. All right. No. Oh, Lisa and the girls are mad. That's the best way to put it. Mad. That's their feelings. Mm-hmm. All right. I'll let y'all go. We've been on for like an hour and 59 minutes. Mm-hmm. Ooh, oh, look at that. Thank you. $20. You know what? I'm not even gonna say that. Oh my God. If you enjoyed the platform, if you love the commentary and the comments in the comment section, $9.26 to mark this day. Hopefully this is the last time I have to say anything. Hell, it is. I'm not saying nothing else. If I say anything else, it's gonna be members only. Make sure you're members only. If somebody come up saying something off sideways and I got to pull receipts again, for those of you that are just coming in, I had to address a interview that was done yesterday with my former mentor and obnoxious TV, William McCray, that was filled with lies. And I'm sort of also addressing the Christian Post, the second version. And it was said that I was in Dubai when I recorded a phone call. The reality is I was recording a phone call with someone that I have recorded phone calls with all year since March of 2025. And this particular call, my former mentor called them. And in the call, you can hear us discussing how my former mentor has said he don't want to speak to him no more. Don't reach out to him. And then he said, oh my God, why is he calling me? He said, hold on, Larry. And he merged the call. So the intent, it was spontaneous. It was not planned to happen. Didn't need for it to happen. What is that? Okay, hold on. I got someone else. Give me this headphone. I see somebody else in the back. I see two people. Okay, we ain't finished, y'all. I get a headphone because there'll be an echo. Unless they got it fixed. No, did they fix this? They may have fixed it. You hear the echo? Did you hear the echo when I ain't have headphones on? I didn't. Okay. All right. I see two more. Oh, that is one of the prophets in our community. All right. Denise.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. Good evening, everyone. So this is what I want to address, and I don't seem to understand about the community, the Christian community at large. So Bernard Jordan is not denying that there is a tape. He is not denying that what is on the tape was recorded and that he spoke what was recorded. I don't understand why the Christian community at large and these bloggers are attacking you when actually, if any questioning should be done, it should be forwarded and directed to Bernard Jordan. Because the reason why I say that is because I find there's a double standard here. Because we don't care how you live your life, but what we do care about is your integrity and what you are putting out in the public and what you are saying, how you live your life. So you're saying you live your life one way, and in private, you're living your life another way. Live your life, live your truth, be who you're going to be, but tell the truth about it and be honest, and don't divert and attack others to divert from what it is that you are doing. That's what I have to say. So in all of this, everyone understand he hasn't denied that there's a tape. So why aren't we talking about your double standard of living instead of saying Larry's doing this, Conscious is doing this one's doing this, there's an attack against me. We wouldn't even be having this conversation if you had not started this.
True.
And here we are. So this is the result of his own actions. And then I think we really have to be, and I don't have anything against Bishop. I'm just saying that there's a double standard, and then he's playing victim, and it's given crazy.
Yes.
It's really given crazy. So, and I'm sorry, and I want to say to you, I am genuinely sorry that you have to keep reliving this.
I'm so tired.
He just will not stop. We are all begging and pleading. It's like, could you just please stop it? For the sake of all concerned, everyone concerned, and for the sake of your integrity or what you have left, could you please just put it to rest?
Yes. God knows.
Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. Have a good evening.
Thank you. God bless you. If you want to know, is there a true prophet in this world? That one that was on the phone, hands down, one of his best. Let's see this. My divinity. Hey, how are you?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, hi Larry. It's really
Hey,
good to talk to you. Been following you for years. I think that you're awesome.
thank you.
Um, I've contacted you on Instagram before about 13 Signs Astrology. That man, along with TD Jakes, along with Donald Trump, along with even my former pastor, who's a woman, I know they think they're Geminis, but the energy that they come with is that of Earth energy, it's Taurus energy, no shade, and it comes with manipulation. It comes with basically being almost like a cult leader. It comes with money and wanting to. It's like the love of money for them, getting people to do things for them. What I noticed about these people is that they don't necessarily have people do things. They don't do things on their own. They have other people do the things for them. And then they act like, it's they kind of act like they're not aware of what's going on. Another thing that I wanted to say, because I know you're trying to end, so I'm gonna be quick. Another thing I wanted to say is when the young man from the church, I think his name's Singleton Terry,
Yeah.
um, he touched my heart. And even when you came out about this issue, it touched my heart. And the reason why is because I have a former pastor that has this behavior. And what these people prey on is you having wounds, a mother wound or a father wound. And they prey on that. And it is extremely triggering, Larry, because I've been out of my church from under my pastor since I was 25. And I met her when I was 17. And she came in love bombing just off the bat. And my mom didn't want me, and I had a bunch of issues. And she tried to mold me in who she wanted me to be. But I'm Sagittarius, baby. I'm strong. Okay? I don't let people get me and try to take over my mind like that. And so the point of what I'm saying is if you have a mother or a father wound, especially in the times that we're living in, you have to be very careful of the people who you may feel that attraction to come up under. Now,
Jesus.
it's a two-way sword, right? It's a two-way sword because you can be led to be up under them to also expose them. Aha. Because the world needs to know. Like the young man said, they are all traumatized because they have PTSD from from this person. I myself have PTSD and they call it church hurt. No, sweetheart, you literally created a wound in my psyche. You dug deeper in the mother wound that I already had that you knew about. And that's extremely, extremely scary, and they will pay for that. So I just want to let you know I love you. I love everything that you're doing. I've been, watching you to make sure you got back safe. I'm very happy that you and everybody is safe. I support you. And to be honest, Larry, you are called to expose the very thing that you grew up and that's the fabric of your life, which is this church mess. It's sad and it's unfortunate, but the integrity that you have, the honesty that you live with, and you being human and authentic of who you are is what bothers people. Look in your chart to see if Lilith is touching your sun or your moon.
Yeah.
Lilith. See if you have any aspects to Lilith, because that's a truth teller and it exposes these systems that are outdated. So I love you, Larry. I'm gonna go. Have a good night.
All right. Thank you. God bless you. Now, I want to address something that she said, and so nobody feels offended about Geminis. Geminis are amazing signs. They're communicators. They're great with being advocates for certain truths. Most times they come into a room, they're going to end up being the center of attention. I love Geminis. My father is a Gemini. But every sign of the ecliptic cycle or the zodiac, Meseroth is how it's in your Bible. When you see the word Meseroth, it's saying zodiac. Job 38. So every sign, just like every person, personality has a shadow side. And I have said this, and I will say it till I'm blue in the face. There are 3 signs from my experience that if they have not done work on their shadow side, you need to run from them. 1 is an Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius. 2 is a Gemini. My former mentor is a Gemini. And that 3rd one is a Scorpio. If any, it could be all 12, but from my experience in 48 years, if any of these 3 signs ain't did they work, run. And run as far as you can away, because you ain't safe, you in danger. So I just want to settle that, because a lot of people talk about Geminis. Everybody's talking about Cancers are emotional. These things are true, but at the same time, there's a balance. Everybody has a shadow side and a shadow self, and you have to do your work there. When a Gemini don't do their work there, you got Donald Trump. You got Kanye West. You end up with that. Oh, yeah, so that's what it is. All right. I ran into an unhealed Scorpio and never again. I said, ooh, heavy on the Scorpio. So y'all experienced that. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, you better run and go far away. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. All right. I'm not going to say I only like 2 Geminis, Carrie and your daddy. Your whole house can float on emotions. That's all air signs. And what are you, Naomi? Said my ex-husband is one, Lord. My oldest son is a Gemini. Yeah. Yeah. Tupac done work on his, you can tell his shadow side wasn't leading his life. Deep thinker. So that's the side, Geminis are like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Like if you want, the last receipt for the recording. What day does this recording say happened now? Do y'all see that? Now, in Christian Post and what he said, been saying online, that I recorded something on November the 4th. As you can see, there was no recording November the 4th that I have. Now, I will say, no, I ain't gonna say that. That'll come out. But I was not on no phone call on November the 4th, and I was not recording a phone call on November the 4th. I don't know nothing that was said on that phone call except what I was told. Now, I ain't gonna go into that though, because that's he said, she said. But I was on that note. I was already on a phone. The reality is, you called into a phone call that was already going on being recorded. Yeah, that's how that happened. All righty. I'm tired now. Somebody said, you definitely a recorder. That's just one of my phones. I got 3. And that's just a snapshot on that one. If I'm talking to these preachers and it's a story that's going on, I'm recording it. Absolutely. Because they lie so bad. And they lie, and you believe the lie. It's like they got a gift to help them lie. Just can be fully lying. I enjoy seeing you too, Kristen, talking to you. I love you. Hey, Ray, how you doing? Yeah, tell me I'm recording. Look at my voice memo. Y'all can't see it. I'm thinking I'm on my laptop. Let me go. Thais is live. Let me see what he's saying. He's talking about something else, but he's funny. I need to laugh. Okay. See you guys later. I'll chat with you later. And don't forget, $9.26 if you enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy it, then don't do it. But I know you did. So don't just come here and watch and enjoy and then just go away and then don't even say, all right, here's a little piece of something. I got kicked out. No, I'm still in here. Okay. All right. See you. Peace. Warly beloved, the way I say, take care. Check your email. I reached out to you concerning Kendrick Johnson. Okay. Thank you for being so real and helping us out. All right. You're welcome. So now you know everything he said, I said, and all that is lies. It's California one-party state. I think you can't record nobody in California, I don't think, if they're in California. I think it is a two-party state. Can you check, Natcha? I think California's a two-party state. Yeah, I need to sleep. If y'all don't see me on the 8 o'clock morning prayer call, you'll see me on the next morning. If you don't see me on there, you'll see me on the next one. And like I said, we changed it. Yeah, California is a one party. It's two party. I thought so. So you can't record nobody in California. No. Oh, Ty said he live in 5 minutes. So y'all going over there to laugh and be informed too, because he know what be going on in the streets. Now I gotta be messy and research the live from the two. About to be up all night being those. Okay, and if they say something that's a lie and I didn't address it, like someone said ChatGPT left a lot out, I'll just come live in members only later this week. That's my promise. That is my promise. So anything y'all hear that I didn't address or you feel like I need to say something about, email LarryReidLive@gmail.com. Larry Reid, REID, live@gmail.com. And I will address it in members only. So make sure you're in members only. The way you do members only, you only can sign up from a laptop. You come to my YouTube page, and where it says subscribe, beside it says join, and you join there, and then you can be in that community whenever we'll be discussing something like this. Now, for prayer, empowerment, education, you're talking about money, entrepreneurship, your brand, and connecting with other people who are in the same kind of vein that you are in. We have Patreon, and then it goes all the way up to Celestial Circle, and we're about to start Celestial Circle Gold. So some of you that are in Celestial Circle that have been in there for some years, you're going to go into another space, and we're about to start our masters. So there are people who have been in my community for 3, 4, 5 years. I watched grow from thousandaires to millionaires, and they're amazing people. I'm doing an offer to them, and they're going to find out, and I know Soul and Mark is like, here he go talking about it before we can roll it out. Oh, well, oh, hell. And they're going to sign up for my program, my coaching program. Now, my coaching program is very unique. You end up coming stand at my house, I come stand at yours. We meet somewhere. You in my life, so I can pass what I am to you. And I will really get into your life and da-da-da-da-da-da. So those people are going to become, you're going to see them on this platform. You're going to see them, some of my Sundays and Wednesdays, they're going to be doing it. These are people who are mantled very similar to me, but maybe in a different industry or maybe in a different flowing way. These people, you're going to start seeing their face because they are amazing and they have a contribution that can change your life. And so we're shifting some things, and I'm able now to implement some things I've been wanting to implement. So because we're at that level now to where we can do that. So for members only, I'll address this stuff that's out here. But if you want the empowerment and education, come on in Patreon. And when you get into there, click that collections tab, and all you see come up, become a student of astrology, numerology, African spirituality versus Western Christianity. And it's really get engulfed in all of that. And then meet me 4 times a week for morning manifestation mornings. And it's like where we use and articulate prayerfully, create our day. And then Sunday mornings, coaching at 8 a.m. And then Q&A every week, Wednesday at 7 p.m. in Patreon only. Okay? Whew. All right, that was a lot. Oh, who is this? Everybody and their mama got something to say now. Okay. All right. I'll address all of this in members only by the end of the week. I'll see y'all there. Bye. Let me see what I'm going to go out on. I'll show you that so you can go and watch that preacher show on YouTube. I'll go out on that.
This season on Love and Faith Atlanta.
Bishop is interviewing some more pastors.
No. I have these churches and I'm looking for cities.
Have you vetted them already? None of them been in jail?
No, none of them been in jail.
But that's not a disqualifier.
Right. Yeah. Go ahead and lean back and reel your head back real good and say, I will possess the land.
But I'm trying to figure out why Larry here.
Well, what you mean?
My reservations with you.
What are your reservations?
Maybe I should eat a few of my lamb chops first.
What made you want to do the Doughboy Pizza Company?
Honestly, I wanted to do something for my sons. My wife and I thought, why not jump into pizza?
We need somebody who's gonna take you and then take you higher. Money is good. Money can do a lot of things.
And also your happiness is good too.
I mean, you married for love already.
I'm just realizing that you and Kirk Franklin are the same height. Psalms 133 says, behold how good and how pleasant it is for brethren
to dwell together in unity.
But in unity. Unity.
Love and Faith Atlanta Season 2, premiering February 25th, only on Merge TV and YouTube.